So we had picked in previous video that we can derive 2 plus 3 star 2 from this particular grammar. So I can derive leftmost derivation tree and rightmost derivation tree, both tree, from this particular thing. But the thing is, what we had started that how to identify that the grammar is ambiguous or not. Now the thing is, now can we prove that this grammar is ambiguous? So I am going to again derive one particular, suppose, leftmost derivation tree. Now students, be careful. Now we are moving towards ambiguity. So I am taking again E. Now what I am going to do, I am going to use suppose E produces E star E, which is our rule number 2. As we have given, this is our rule number 2, and I am free to utilize any rule for a string derivation until and unless we are able to derive the string. So I have picked E produces E star E. Now what I'll do, from this E, I'll use rule number 1, E produces E plus E. Now this E produces E plus E can give me E produces 2, E produces 3, and finally this E produces 2. Now if I'll move left to right, this will give me 2 plus 3 star 2. But here, as you can see, this particular thing is combined, hence this is actually written 2 plus 3 into 2, which means 5 into 2, that is 10. But in previous one, whatever we have done, it says 6 plus 2, that is 8. So now from the same particular grammar, for the same set of string, I am getting two values, 8 and 10, and we know that 8 is not equal to 10. So where I have done wrong? Now the question is where I am wrong, and the answer is nowhere. As per rule, whatever given to me, which was given here, E plus E, E star E, 1, 2, 3, machine has started its working. Machine always pick one rule and try to process it. Same way we had started and we have processed and we finished our thing and we achieved our string. But once we have tried to get the value of it, we got that both are giving us different results, and here we got ambiguity. So once again, as we have done in previous video, it says for one particular sentence, if you are getting multiple meanings, it means that this particular sentence is ambiguous. Similarly, for this grammar, if I have chosen one string and it is getting me different output, it means this particular grammar is ambiguous. Hence, we have identified that the grammar is ambiguous. Now the question is how to pick in a shortcut manner that the grammar is ambiguous. So let's take another aspect. Now, when you can say that any particular grammar is ambiguous, what you need to do to prove that the grammar is ambiguous, please be careful, if for any grammar with respect to any string, if you are able to generate two or more leftmost derivation tree for any string. Be careful, you need to choose the string. If you are able to generate two or more LMD, two or more RMDs, or different leftmost derivation T and rightmost derivation tree, then you can say that the grammar is ambiguous. Once again, for any grammar, if you want to prove that the grammar is ambiguous, what you need to do, you need to pick one string, and for that particular string, you need to derive two or more leftmost derivation tree, or two or more rightmost derivation tree, or different leftmost derivation tree and rightmost derivation tree. From these three, if you can generate any one, then you can prove that the particular grammar is ambiguous. Now I hope you got that what is ambiguous grammar and how to prove that the grammar is ambiguous. Now once again, why we want to prove that the grammar is ambiguous? The reason is that if there is ambiguity in grammar, then once we will deploy it in any machine, the machine can give me two different results for one operation, which can be hazardous in nature. That for any one specific operation, it is giving me two different results. So, for example, suppose I want to drive my car and my machine got confused with respect to accelerator, and once I am pushing the accelerator, at one point of time it is increasing it, and other point of time it is decreasing it. So there is a possibility that any specific point of time, once you want to increase the accelerator, it suddenly decreased it. Hence, there is a problem. So that is the main reason that why we want to pick that any particular rule is ambiguous or not. If rule is ambiguous, we need to remove that rule, and we need to be careful about our rule formation. So that is overall with respect to ambiguity.